We're going to explain how to fix the right single quote tkinter.tclerror, right single quote related to display names and environment variables. This error often pops up when your Python program, using tkinter for its GUI, can't find a suitable display or has issues with environment variables. Let's break down the common causes and solutions. 1. Incorrect display. Environment. Variable. tkinter needs to know where to display the GUI. This is usually handled by the display environment variable. If this variable isn't set correctly or isn't set at all, you'll get the error. On Linux systems, you might need to set it manually. For example, export display =, 0.0 right single quote in your terminal before running the Python script. The exact value depends on your system's setup. 0.0 right single quote is a common default, but it could be different. If you're on a remote server without a graphical interface, you might need X11 forwarding using SHX to get this to work. 2. X server issues. The X server is responsible for displaying graphical interfaces on Linux and some other Unix-like systems. If your X server isn't running, or if there are problems with it, tkinter won't be able to display anything. Make sure your X server is running correctly. You can check this in your system monitor or by running commands specific to your distribution. For example, systems TL status GDM3 on many systems using GNOME. 3. Permissions problems. Sometimes permissions can prevent your Python script from accessing the display. Ensure the user running the script has the necessary permissions. This is less common but can happen in restrictive environments. 4. Incorrect tkinter installation. A poorly installed or incomplete tkinter installation could also cause this error. Try reinstalling tkinter. The method depends on your operating system and how you installed Python. For example, on Debian-based systems, you might use sudo apt-get install python 3tech. 5. Virtual environments. If you're using a virtual environment, make sure you've installed tkinter within that environment. Otherwise, your script might be trying to use a tkinter installation outside the virtual environment that's not properly configured. 6. Conflicting libraries. Rarely, conflicts with other libraries might interfere with tkinter's ability to initialize. If you've recently installed other libraries, try uninstalling them temporarily to see if that resolves the issue. 7. Using a remote server without X. Forwarding. If you're running your script on a remote server without X11 forwarding, tkinter will fail. Remember to use SHX to enable X11 forwarding when connecting to the server. 8. Specific display name issues. The error message itself might hint at a specific display name problem. Pay close attention to the full error message as it may provide more specific guidance on what's wrong. Sometimes the display name isn't correctly detected automatically. In summary, the right single quote tkinter.tclerror right single quote regarding display names and environment variables often points to problems with the display environment variable, the X server, or your system's configuration. Check each of these points systematically, starting with the most likely culprits, to pinpoint the root cause and resolve the error. Remember to restart your Python script after making any changes to environment variables.